It is most difficult for the control freak to change because the very act of change necessitates loss of control. Even attending a counseling session is a threat to his control. He will usually go to see if he can win the counselor over to his side. If he feels he is really in control of the sessions, he will continue. If not, he will usually drop out. In some cases, the controlling man begins to see what he has created and to sense what he really is inside. Some decide that they want something better. Someone somewhere gives him hope that he can live without being in charge of everything. When that happens, he can begin the process of gradual change. It is a change that leads him away from control of others into connection with others. Here are some steps he can take to change. Number 1, surrender to God, who really is in control. This way, he can ask God to heal him and help him with his insecurity and fear of rejection. Number 2, let go of his performance orientation, which causes him to be demanding of self and others. This involves accepting the grace and unconditional love of God and then sharing that with others. He cannot give away what he does not have. In his relationship with God, which must be paramount, he can experience forgiveness, acceptance, and a second chance. Number 3, turn away from the desire to have power over others by submitting himself to God and practicing giving, not receiving. He must make a conscious effort to meet others' needs. This may require making lists of things he can do for others. This does not come naturally for him, and it will take much practice before his obsession with self is replaced with a focus on others. Number 4, look for his own flaws first rather than focusing on others' failures. He must learn to see the good, the effort, the attempt, instead of the bad, the mistakes, and the failures in himself and others. He also needs to look for the log in his own eye before he points out the speck in someone else's eye. If he becomes committed to change and to doing the work that is needed, he will be so busy working on himself that he will not have much time to identify all that is wrong with others. Number 5, connect with people who need help or are in trouble. He can develop humility by asking God to humble him and then going out there and doing the things for others that no one else wants to do. He will learn from the lowly, the broken, the undesirable. It will help him to develop some level of ministry to others in need. Number 6, wake up every morning and start with a prayer, asking God to be in control and committing to God to give back control when it is inappropriately wrestled away. Number 7, end each day with jotting down times in a notebook when he was controlling. Then he can examine how the situation could be handled next time. He also should take note when he stepped back and did not control others when it would have been easy to do so. Number 8, make amends to anyone who has been hurt by his controlling nature in the past. He needs to be sure they know he was wrong and is working on change. This will help him live and feel forgiven. Conclusion. If you are in a relationship with a control freak, and if he is in control, you are obviously out of control. Your life is not your own, and your misery is greater than most will ever know. Move beyond denial and accept the reality of him and your relationship. Look within to discover what has led you to respond to him the way you have. Look to God for courage to change those patterns. Look to a good counselor to help you develop new ways of responding. You probably feel very trapped, but you are not. You have choices to make, and the most important one of all is the choice to heal. Snapshot summary of the control freak. Clues to help you spot him. Number 1, doing things right is more important than relationship. Number 2, becomes irritated and angry when you mess up. Number 3, is critical of others most of the time. Number 4, is closed-minded, established in ways, and will not vary. Number 5, uses intimidation to force others to do it his way. The woman to whom he is attracted. Number 1, is insecure, unsure of herself. Number 2, is confident only in her role of meeting his needs. Number 3, is loyal and devoted. Number 4, is willing to be possessed and controlled. Number 5, is mousy and weak. The woman who falls for him. Number 1, wants to be controlled so she don't have to grow up and make her own mistakes. Number 2, is used to living with a controlling parent, especially the father. Number 3, mistakes perfectionism for efficiency and proficiency. Number 4, believes he controls situations and things, not people. Number 5, compensates for insecurity with his seeming confidence. What can you do? Number 1, acknowledge when he is right. Number 2, praise him for who he is, not what he does. Number 3, remember that the problem is about him, not you, no matter what he says. Number 4, stay calm and avoid confrontation if possible. Number 5, refuse to react and don't try to fix things when he is upset. What he could do to change. Number 1, develop his relationship with God to heal insecurity and fear of rejection. Number 2, let go of performance orientation and become less demanding of self and others. Number 3, turn away from a desire to have power over others and use what power he has to help others. Number 4, examine his own flaws while looking for the good in others. Number 5, explore how feeling out of control as a child scared him into wanting to be overly controlling as an adult. Wow, what a powerful and eye-opening chapter on the control freak. I truly believe this is one of the